Yeah, I'm separate now.
Okay, I'm not gonna be alpha
Alright.
lead though.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. Let me start the brief here. So we only have 2 squads. Going forward, I'm just going to have 2 SOG teams instead of 3. I just based it off of the first off's attendance, but clearly that has disappeared, as it usually does. So, going forward, I'll adjust things accordingly. As other people are connecting to the server for the Sunday revamp on the SCP Facility 2 op, what I'm going to do is, after today, I'll put out some announcements talking about who can slot when for what, so we'll get the reserve early on that, because that mission file is ready to go. I just have to finalize the time. Nem, the thing is at 3, right?
Sorry, say again?
The official op's at 3, right? Sunday?
Yeah, free,
okay.
Free game,
so we should be done by like 5:30, which means I can host my other thing at 6, right?
It's really up to you, I guess.
Yeah, fair. All right. I'll probably bump it by 15 minutes just to give it a little bit of a safety net, but yada yada. We'll take care of that after the app. Nonetheless, wanted to keep you guys informed since you're the players and that concerns you. Anyway, other adjustments for this mission. It originally said 2, but since we had less attendance, I'm going to make it 1. Get 1 guy out, you win. Get 2 guys out, you get a bonus for next week. Get all 3 out, you get an even bigger bonus for next week, and I've already figured out what I'm going to do for that. I'm not going to tell you what it is, though, because I still have to flesh out the quote-unquote bigger bonus, but I have an idea for it. Nonetheless, Blue 4 are going to be starting down at MSS Leghorn. Op 4, you're spawning somewhere. I don't want to reveal where you spawn, because then Blue 4 is just going to bomb the shit out of you with the RTO backpacks. They work this time. I tested them. I literally have a video of me testing them. I will upload it if they somehow break again, because I'm losing my patience with it. Nonetheless, Blue 4, you have a bunch of planned LZs. You can, however, land wherever you want. You just have to tell me over the nets. But, again, these are some decent ones. The Op 4 VIPs are anywhere within the red circle area. Op 4 players, you cannot move the VIPs. They're only surrendered, not handcuffed, though. And I don't think I actually might have handcuffs. I forget. But regardless, please don't move them out of the zones. If they die, they die. That's unfortunate. But RTOs, you probably shouldn't call artillery strikes anywhere in the red zones. Op 4 going to be up to you to find where Blue 4 lands, but there's a lot of nice Overwatch points here, and that should be good. Do any of the Blue 4 squad leaders have any questions?
Was
that the start of a question, or?
Sorry, no, my audio just stopped. Who's actually squad lead of Alpha?
Let me set up the multi real quick. I don't know who took the squad leader slot.
Skelly.
It was Skelly, wasn't it?
It was
Yeah.
Skelly.
Right. Then RTO as command,
Okay.
because you have the long range anyway.
Yeah.
All right, final call here. I got Jason and Rocker for the multi. If anyone else has the multi, put it in pre-join right now.
Question.
Quick follow-up. If anyone needs to go back to lobby to take another slot, feel free to. If Alpha wants someone else to squad lead. If not, again, it falls to RTO. So, tough luck.
Question.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
For the VIP locations, you said in the red zones, just those 2 circles, right? Or also that other question mark on the left?
There's 3 VIPs total.
Okay.
So again, I'm going to clarify because there was confusion on the rules last week. There are 3 VIPs. Originally, the mission was you have to get 2 of them out. However, because of lack of attendance today, I'm amending it. You just need to get 1 out. If you get a second one out, you get the bonus that I planned for getting all 3 out originally, with this being a 2 VIP capture. But if you manage to get all 3 VIPs out today, which I highly doubt you're going to be able to do, but just in case you blow away my expectations, you'll get an even bigger bonus for next week's mission. That make sense?
Affirm.
Okay. 1 VIP to win, 2 to get a bonus, 3 to get a bigger bonus. Will there be any AA in the area? There's probably AA directly on the VIP sites, but not at the safe LZs that I've marked. So you can't just land right in there. Otherwise, you're probably going to get schwacked. I'm not telling you where the I'm not telling you where the AA is this time, though, because you can just RD it. So, you got to find it. Also, I want to say 80% of the AI you're going to be fighting are relying on the tracker module. Op 4 players, the trackers will follow you too, I can't tell you where the trackers are, though, but if you start hearing shots, that's probably means that they're honing in on you, but you can use that to your advantage. You can literally lure AI to the players if the AI are aggroed on you. But instead of one tracker module today, there are, I think, 4 or 5 in this AO, but they're smaller groups. That way, not one tracker module is going to hone in on one Op4 player, because I think, again, you spawn in one of them anyway. Any other questions? I think I saw Vaughn join, so I don't have to stall anymore. Good luck, have fun.
I'm here, sorry.
Just call over LR50 when you're ready to go. Bleh. Moo, all you gotta do is type !Discord, and you can get into next week's op. We're doing 2 more Vietnam ops on Mondays before we rotate to something else. We've already picked next month's rotations, but we'll get there when we get there. Hi, checking in on 50.
Of course, this guy doesn't have everything.
Good check, sir.
Send in GOAT Team 6.
Hey, real quick, all blue 4, come over here.
31 months. On my way to the 3 years. Love your content.
This is what
Keep
the
it up.
VIPs look like,
I hope
all right?
you like this
So,
sub, and I hope you are gonna like it
there
a little
might
months
be
more.
there might be a few other guys that spawn in dynamically with the AI. If they look like this and they're armed, you can shoot them, but they're going to be surrendered. They're already pre-surrendered. So if they're armed like this and they're walking around, you can shoot them. If not, you should be fine. The only time that they probably will shoot at you is if you cable tie them, then somehow uncable tie them, but I'll quickly try to recable tie them back. If not, I'll mulligan it. But this is what they look like, so this is what you're looking for.
Uncle, is that you?
64.
Arrest that man. Oh my god, he replied. Anyway, alright. Feel free to get out of here. You can see one chopper there. I put another one there, and then the third one somewhere around here. So feel free to just pick one up and then tell me where you want to go. Op is live because Op 4 is already moving around, so. Alright.
I think we'll go for these 2.
Alright, they're
I
tasked.
can go.
So they can, they'll move out whenever. There's already a tracker team heading here, funny enough. But again, there's like 4 different modules. I'm not
By the way,
sure.
this is not a papish.
Huh?
This is not a papish. The roll says papish.
Oh, it's a PP. Okay, I forgot the H. Okay, I'm sorry. I consider this a more modern PPS, but it says it's a Polish.
Oh, okay.
Well, the other...
No worries. That's fine.
Oh, okay, I might have written the wrong things. Oh, well. Whatever. I'm sorry. Anyway, here are your bicycles. I'm sorry that you're disappointed, but, you know, with your dad, that makes 2 of us. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go over everything. First off, John Salvi, thanks for the 31-month resub. On your way to 3 years. I appreciate it, bro. Hope you keep enjoying the ops, and I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Alrighty. So, op is simple, as I just described in the brief. There are 3 VIPs, and they have to capture one of them. A lot of the AI are dynamically going to be spawned in via tracker modules. But as you can see, the tracker modules, they follow any player. So they're also going to be following the Op 4 players. Our Op 4 players today is Mac Marine, because last op, I felt Mac Marine did a really good job commanding the squad, and but for the one new guy that stalled his team and they ended up getting grenaded by Op 4 players, he would have been able to pull all of his guys out and have like a nearly perfect survival of his group, I think, but for 2 guys. So, you know, 10 people surviving out of 12 in a 1 life op, that's pretty good. And then we were going to have What's That Nemesis come. What's That can't make it because he had something IRL hit last second. Same with Skelly, who was going to be one of the squad leaders, who was an Op 4 player last week. He had something IRL come up. But our other Op 4 player is Nemesis, who was one of the SOG Prairie Fire CDLC community managers with Whiplash. And he saw this and he asked, hey, can I get on that? And I'm like, absolutely you can. In my honest opinion, if you build something, you are entitled to almost anything that comes out of the fruits of the labors, so by all means. So we got Blue 4 here coordinating. Going forward, I'm only going to have 2 SOG teams instead of 3 because the first op we did, the Op 4 thing, had a really great attendance rate, but they got steamrolled because they completely miscoordinated. So I had 3 squads. Last week we had like 2.5 squads. This time we only have about 2, 3, 4 squads. So I'm going to shave off the third SOG team and only have 2 Op4 slots going forward, but that's fine. I can't predict slotting, you know? So a tracker, the module that you can put down with SOG Prairie Fire is an area module which you can adjust the size of. And what it does is if people are in the AO, it automatically spawns in AI, and you can set the level of AI from single sentries to 2-man tracker teams to 4-man patrols to the last version, which they call Avalanche, which is just a squad of guys that'll constantly respawn when they're killed off. Oh my god, they're actually pathfinding on the bridge. You rarely see AI pathfind properly on a bridge. That's funny. So when they, when Blue 4 enters the AO, unless they're being super stealthy, the tracker AI will automatically start honing in on their position, which is why Blue 4 have 2 sappers in every group that can plant mines behind them to prevent the trackers from tracking them down. So I've got a lot of different tracker modules down, some being just simple 2-man sentry teams over here, and then I have a dynamic one, which is covering the entire AO, which has multiple 4-man teams. And that 4-man AO literally covers the entire zone, and the 2-man tracker teams just cover everything else. But that is a way I can automate the AO without actually spawning things myself. The only things I've spawned in are some tree snipers, a small poultry garrison around the VIPs, and then just another random 2-man sentry team over here. So everything else is automated. What I do like doing is being able to, for AOs like these where I just want to sit back and relax, because when we have PvP in an AO, aka, you know, an enemy faction that's player controlled, I'm usually hands off with my Zeusing. So Karma Cut Cog Ops, for example, where we have Op4 players, I don't do a lot of our scene. It's up to the enemy player base to really bring that up. So we got some tracker shots going out because they detected one of the 2 Op4 players, because they hone in on any player regardless of faction, which again is funny because that just shows they didn't consider Op4 players when incorporating tracker modules, because I think they made the tracker system in mind for their camping, and then they just added it to missions going, oh, people can make their own dynamic, you know, SOG missions. And here I am finding some funny little bugs that happen with it. But I kind of like the idea that the players can automatically have trackers hone in with them and, you know, kind of bait them into Blue 4 if they're tracking them down. So, you know, in the buggy way it works, it actually still holds a benefit. I also have 2 RPD boats ready to go here. And I think Blue 4 are making a plan right now. Otherwise, they'll call me in, but it looks like this is what they're going for. They're going for a 2 grab and then an out. I like that. So they're going to go for 2 to, you know, not only win but get a bonus. I'm wondering if they're going to try to then pull it out immediately, but we'll have to see. I haven't put my AA down just yet. I'm thinking of making 2 different AA sites. And I want to conceal them a little bit, so we're going to do... We're going to do a small team for AA. We're going to do a PAVN 65. That's artillery, Liru, you silly goober. But I'm going to make them both... I like the ZGU because it's a single 14.5mm gun. It's a lot more balanced, in my opinion, than the quad, because a quad firing at infantry is absolutely brutal. But a single gun fired infantry is a lot more fair, in my opinion. So I do enjoy using that. Now I gotta find a decent place to put the second AA site down. Again, I kind of want to do an open field, and I'm feeling this area. It just has to be accessible for like a truck to drive in or something. So with that, I am now going to go into cars, make it empty. Usually a Ural or some sort of large truck is able to tow that stuff in. I'm gonna do an ammo truck. I'm going to put that on my copy browser because I need to go do that to the other site. And I'm just going to put a 2-man defensive team around it. Which is probably just going to be a recon team, and then I'm going to shave 2 dudes off. And I can put them on casual. And then this other one here, I do want to give the gun a little bit of space so that, you know, the thing doesn't get shot. I need to adjust that with the other sight over here. But again, I like the AA sights to be more so... How would I put it? there's something for the RTOs to call out on targets, if that makes any sense. And this group, I'm gonna send on a bigger patrol here. And then actually for these guys, I'm gonna do the same thing. We're gonna just kind of hug the outside. Now let's go ahead and set up the AI skill levels for this AO. Since it is PvP, I'm usually a lot nicer on the accuracy. I'm gonna stick it on 15. Because again, the main threat is going to be Op4 as the players. I'm gonna keep spotting on 50 till the helis get in to try to give the AI the ability to not snipe at the helicopters from range. But let's see. So we got Nemesis, who is a sapper role. He's gone up onto the hilltop here. Mac Marine covering the other side. These guys trying to do a wide range to pick up on where the helicopter is going to land and the little bicycle over. Again, we know Blue Force plan is going to focus on something over here, so Mac is going to have to then use the bridge to drive back around. This also lines up really well with where Op4 spawn is going to be right down here. So Op4 for their second life are going to be able to get in quite easily, but we're just waiting on Blue 4. But I also really like this new system I figured out. Funny enough, Karma did not like the fact that I was using this system to communicate with Op4, and then I went on their nets and helped coordinate Op4. They want a more, or a less organized Op4 force in the future, so I still have to sit down with him and have a meeting and yada-da, but it'll be interesting to see what those changes become. What's also going to be interesting is this two-man sapper, or not two-man, the patrol team right here is actually filling in for a trail watch duty. Here we go.
Bravo RTO to High Command.
This is High, send message, Bravo RTO.
Alpha and Bravo are landing at the same LZ, marked on map as LZN. By Hill Break 152 on map.
Roger. Call when ready, I will start taking the birds off. Over.
Alpha ready.
Copy that.
Wait, hold on.
You're ready
Play
now.
Last. Play last.
Yeah, they're preset. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna delete him so he shuts up. Stand by.
On the way! On the way!
Alright, Alpha ready.
On the way!
And Blue 4 is off. Yeah, I think in the future I'll see if any other people are streaming on Twitch. I know some just record on YouTube as well, but we'll build with that. But again, COG is going to need some refinement, but we're not going to cover it for not next weekend, but the weekend after, because next weekend they're doing Kill COG, which I'd love to cover, but I'm going to be at an anime convention for a single day, so working with what I got.
Bravo, if you said something that didn't come through, say again.
Yeah, trackers are following things in and whatnot. It's quite funny to watch them actually follow through with where Nem is.
Just go ahead and land. We'll land right now, and because I don't know if it's you or me, but one of us is cut now, so we'll just figure it out on ground.
Hey,
The module will dynamically respawn them later. It's just, you know, when they path in water, they kind of get stuck. I have no idea what's wrong with Otto's internet connection, but it is suffering.
Copy.
You know what? Let's have a bit of fun. I'm gonna get on Op4's radio frick so I can listen in. I can't directly be in the AO though because then the trackers will hone in on me despite me being invisible. So I should be able to theoretically listen to anything if I attach this puppy to me. So I'm gonna put myself on that hill and call it a day.
Roger.
Might be out of range, but, you know.
We'll go.
They're both opting for that LZ. It's big enough for both of them to land. M is gonna spot one shopper, but does he get both, is my question.
Bravo to Alpha, we're heading direct northwest on landing. Scramble out quickly.
Hey,
On the way. On the way.
hey, Sam, we're touching down. Alpha on.
Good clearance from the AO immediately. That's good. You need speed when it comes to this stuff. They didn't opt to do any false landings either, so if anyone's in the zone, they're gonna know they're there. I think Nem is gonna know that both of them landed on this site. So let's see how they do. We got quite a bit of trackers around here, I think, because they were attracted to Nemesis' position.
One of our guys start heading direct west.
Now you've got Mac Marine coming down. I think he was told about those choppers coming around. The funny
And
thing,
just to
though,
let
is
you
that
know,
Mac
your
Marine's
comms
going to be
are cutting out,
bringing
by the way.
the trackers over in a second wave,
Okay,
so
thank you.
should be interesting. You got 3 people watching tailback here. Alright.
It happens.
So they're watching for anything that comes up on their LZ.
Alright, let's move.
So we're going to have a 6-man team on play today and a 10-man team. I think Otto might come back and make that into a 7-man team, but good numbers here for this op. We hear tracker shots in play, though, but I think they're actually honing in on Nemesis.
We got shots to the south.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. So Nem's gonna have a bit of a tough time being stealthy here, since he's attracting unwanted attention.
Bravo to Alpha, we have a move marker on map. See if you can rendezvous there with us.
Hey, fam.
We have another, we have a 4-man team. Wait, no, so this is the 2-man team. It's actually fish hooking around Nem and now going towards the LZ. Mac Marine's coming down. All of these trackers are now following him. Maybe they'll hone back in on his position. But you can see where a big chunk of these trackers are. I might have to move because trackers are coming close to my position. So I'm going to fold back to here. I don't trust the helis re-landing on these positions. I'll give it a shot.
On the way.
But, I mean, we do have a spare heli, so
On the way.
it works out. When Otto's ready, I'll teleport him in. Trackers will not engage Op4, but they will hone in on them because that's their
For the Bravo,
module.
we 300 meters out.
Copy that, Alpha.
But the movement
We are
system of the
100 meters out.
trackers is just to have
there.
them go around where the player is. The system then relies on the existing system of Blue 4 units engage Op 4 units and vice versa, so that trackers engage that group. Good questions, guys. If you have any other, I mean, this is one of the few streams where I actually have the time to chill with you guys, and we get to watch the player base and be very chill about all this. Otto is about to request a TP. Because I saw him turn away, so... see if he gets that sorted. Or he'll crash again. Probably something wrong with one of his mods that's causing a fatal crash every time, which is unfortunate. You hear more tracker shots as Op4 are moving forces in to try to figure out what's going on. You know... any landing is a good landing as long as you can walk away from it, but that's pretty funny. That was pretty funny. It's been okay, can't complain. Move on. I think he's crashing again, JZ. Just move on. Yeah. I want to get him out of the AO in case Op4 doesn't follow. So these markers, fun fact, are the tracker system actually keeping tabs on movements that Blue 4 does. I don't know what it specifically tracks. I thought it was mines originally, but no, it represents how the trackers are actively following them in terms of like a path, like footsteps that they make and whatnot. And then you can see a few where Nemesis is made. Some, and those are the actual modules that they hone in on.
We're moving to Hill 134 in case you get lost, okay?
It's a really cool system. I really want to have that system ripped in and then coded for other things I do, because that would make AI spawning a lot more dynamic. Because Lambs has all this extra stuff in it, and VCOM has all this extra stuff in it, and it doesn't work. But the tracker system, easy. You know? Kind of reminds me of when we ripped everything out of VCOM and had only a few things for VCOM, but it actually only loaded those things, whereas other things... oh, all right, contact. Other things would keep a few things as well. So we got a two-man flank right here.
Contact southwest, southwest.
Aggressive Willie Pete action here.
Bravo, you tossing really deep.
All right, Nem and Mac are honing in.
Yep, copy that. We're just keep moving, move through contact.
You can see tracers being fired out and whatnot. Alright, I'm gonna TP over here so I can listen to OpForce comms as well, but you hear them. That was Mac Marine calling that in. Because we're on the LR for Blue 4, but we're also on OpForce short range. Comms are gonna come in gargled because they're only on short ranges. I'm gonna check these guys back because I think they're dynamically following Mac Marine. No, these guys just spotted Mac Marine, so they're gonna now move in with him.
Alpha to high. Auto is ready for TP to Alpha.
Roger, standby.
Continue on current heading Alpha. We are holding at a log for a quick moment to change heading.
So, funny enough, TFAR actually has a feature where AI will react to radio use and local communication use. So if you're on yelling, for example, they will follow you. And they'll go aggroed on your voice. They've actually had that feature for quite a bit. Is there no Zeus radio module thingy? You know, there might be. Again, there's so many features in this game. I haven't looked into every single one that's ever existed, but it happens. Jazz, it is a private group, but you can join by just typing !Discord. And if this interests you, we run a NOM game. We're running 2 more every Monday, 4 p.m. Before we rotate out into some other stuff. Who's winning? Unknown, can't say. Blue 4 hasn't fumbled anything, but Op 4 is already right on top of their position. Mac's got to be careful because he's actually in a position to be spotted because Blue 4 has the better ground. I think they actually spotted him. They at least spotted the trackers around him.
More towards meteor shot. Send in.
Drop Firebrand, thanks for giving me one skull a sub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this
We
scenario.
are now heading south, and also make sure all your guys are on Whisper.
Yeah, so they're switching to Whisper because they know.
Hey, lock it up. Make sure you guys are on Whisper. Move south. Let's go.
It's funny, though. These guys are following Mac. Mac's going to look back and spot the group moving through. So he's immediately going to hug a tree. But Blue 4, I think, are going to disengage and just try to stealth past, seeing that most of the group is moving away from them. So Op 4, 2 players calling out Blue 4's position here. They're going to try to box him in on something. Checking the AI back here. Looks like they're actually swimming around properly, which is good. I do have this RPD boat on station. Some, laugh it loud, guys. I spawned the wrong faction in, but that's fine. They can own the riverways. But we're lining up to see a pretty nasty ambush on Blue 4 from the low ground. And then some reinforcements can hit them from different sides on the high ground, too. And then Op 4 might be able to get some pretty nasty licks in as well. I appreciate the formation spread we're seeing here, but we do have a few guys lagging behind. Yes, they're pulling tail security, but there's a lot here that could immediately hit them.
I'll let them push in. I'll see if we can catch them as they move in.
So you hear Nem saying that he's going to push around, see if they can catch him here. Op 4 players don't know the sheer amount of AI that are around here, too.
We are being tracked within at least 100 meters.
All right, so Blue 4, they see that there's some groups coming in, but they're making a light adjustment to stay in the forest line. Tail team for one of the squads making that adjustment too early. They might end up lost and could get picked off by Op 4 elements. If they do, then Op 4 is allowed to loot their bodies, and that would be very, very bad. I just don't get. This squad is literally so... The tail is so far out. But now you're having shots come in from the low ground. These guys are trying to move away from it. Hey, Leto-san, how you doing?
Count 2 or 3 contact.
Hearing some grenades getting thrown. Looks like one of them was plicked off. Little worried about that tail team, because if Mac gets close enough, he does have an SKS scoped. He could easily start picking them off. AI wouldn't be able to pick them off, but the players, yeah, they can be very accurate very quickly. There's no weapon restrictions on pulling shots or anything.
That's like
They're allowed to dome them if they want. We have a Willy Pete, or that might have been a regular grenade thrown out. We'll see in a second. Nope, it was a Willy Pete.
So we all take down.
Bravo to Alpha, go ahead and start pushing through contact. We're moving on.
So I'm going to whiff this on
Yeah,
purpose.
lateral get ground cover once we get downhill.
Just to give them some dynamics. Again, I don't like engaging the player base directly when there's PvP, but I don't mind doing some ambient shooting and whatnot. Zico, I'm going to be honest, as long as you have a mid-range CPU from at least 10 years ago, and, I mean, if you have a 1080 series graphics card, you're fine. Arma is literally a 20-year-old engine game.
Go ahead, double
I mean, I'm running
time,
this on a
pass,
1080 Ti
open
right
field,
now
don't
because
leave
my
contact.
graphics card got fried, so it's fine. But Arma is a very CPU-focused game,
Down coast.
so as long as you have a good CPU with a good primary core, you can run Arma just fine, to be perfectly honest. That's one of the boons about this game.
I hit some mines finally.
Yeah, so they're calling that the AI ran into a few mines. These three are still cut off, but the trackers could still follow them. And that's what I'm worried about, is as we're having more trackers starting to move into this AO, and this AO is getting more and more hot, you know, word of mouth passes on. All the trackers from down here, Mac Marine made them come in. So we have a lot more AI in this AO than I anticipated, but damn. We're about to have some front assault right here. They take fire.
And another group engaging me.
Well, Zico, you never know till you try. And even then, an AO like this, where we're not really running a lot of AI compared to what I'm known for, which is massive hordes, you could still probably run this quite fine. But again, won't know until you try. So, that guy gets headshot. We have a big chunk of trackers all coming around here. This three-man team is totally lost. And they were just way far out in the tail. No one in the squad side is wondering where they went.
Yeah, I'm starting moving west and then south.
Nam and Mac are going to move in on this group, though. These three guys could get retracked, though, because we see that they are leaving a trail that Op4 can hone in on and start to follow. Op4 is only going to be able to find it, though, if they find one of these dots that connects them. Because it simulates them creating a trail for the Op4 guys to come in on. Pretty big mess right here. Quite a few
Bravo
wounds.
Alpha, we're going wild. Let's start making some moves.
I would not recommend with who we having with us.
So they're trying to break through this front group. We still have some overwatching elements. More guys coming in.
Anyway.
I'm going to give this guy a suppressive fire module into the tree line. Let's see if he honors it.
You're shooting somewhat south, southwest right now.
Yep, alright, so that's the boat. It's giving some suppression. It's got a nice angle through the bamboo on some of them. Let's see if they notice. Yeah, the spacing you're seeing right here is why I haven't given Op4 any grenades. Now, the three-man team might notice they're very far off. This could also be a flanking element that was intentional, but at the same time, it's very risky in a PvP EOP to have a few guys go off, because that, if Op4 players are watching, they can easily pick those guys off, get their gear, and tie this up. I'm going to move these guys because there's no reason they should be swimming in this AO. DP-27 still suppressing. They're not moving down to the coast, though. Now they're starting to pick it off.
Bravo to Alpha, we also have contact behind. Be careful.
They just can't seem to get a hit on it. Alright, hold on. The boats can be a little buggy. Sometimes the DP boats, their hitboxes are a little jank when you spawn them in editor, so I'm gonna, when I see blood splatter, I'll manually adjust that. But as you saw, you know, they were getting hit, but there was no indication of them actually taking damage. Three-man team's still coming around, that four-man team's come up. And again, you'll see as they re-enter AOs that groups are gonna respawn and start moving in. But again, we got a lot of AI now following tracks back here. I'll start deleting a handful of bodies. But you got Nem and Mac also coming along the rear of the formation. They might try to go for some close CQC here. Now, I also gave the medics body bags this time around so they can deny OPFOR the ability to loot Blue 4 bodies, as long as they're sticking together. But you can see this force is pretty much fighting through the resistance that built up, that Mac Marine brought in. You're hearing more tracker shots. Actually, funny enough, the trackers are following this trail for these guys. So these guys going off on their own. These guys have actually honed in on the trail right here and are going to now follow it in. So it's going to end up just having more AI hone in on these guys. But they're lining up to try to take this VIP first. And I'm going to sanity check myself real quick. I'm going to respawn a Blue 4 guy and check his kit. They have spare cable ties. All right, just making sure. Just making sure. When you're a mission maker in a Zeus, there's so many little things you have to put in all their kits. And since I make anywhere from 6 to 12 of these missions a week, I just, you know, it's very easy for me to juggle everything inappropriately and, you know, forget something critical. How many OPFOR are allowed? 3. The third one was going to be What's That, but he had something IRL come up. But in the future, I'm only doing 2 for these missions, and I'm shaving 3 squads of SOG down to 2. Just because of lack of attendance for the past 2 ops compared to the first feeler mission we did where everyone was DACON commandos. And I think the main reason we had attendance drop off was that first mission, they horribly miscommunicated and got absolutely annihilated. And that just kind of turned people off from it, but that was kind of their own fault, so I don't feel bad about any of that. So we have some suppression coming in on the rear. Some blood around, but that wasn't Mac Marine getting hit. He's still going to be tracking them with the SKS. And we have trackers additionally still coming down following that 3-man team, but it looks like they've all regrouped and are moving in. It's funny, we do have this bicycle right here, so that should indicate that OPFOR is around because OPFOR use bicycles to get around.
Bravo to Alpha, go ahead and make sure all your guys are up on us because I'm calling in Artie on our previous location.
So they're going to drop Artie behind them. That is a smart call. That is a very smart call. Mine just went off. And there's the marksman engaging them from the tree. And they quickly find him and take him out. So Otto, since he's a disconnect, I quickly delete that body. I don't want Blue 4 to use it. I don't want OPFOR to use it, and I don't want Blue 4 to burn a body bag on it. There's artillery coming in on that rear spot. Let's see if OPFOR notices.
Yep. Bottom near the coast machine behind them.
So they dropped it a little farther out. Can delete a few more of these bodies. OPFOR, some of the patrols are still lost at this point, but they're now moving in. VIP is right here. I wonder if they have eyes on him at this point. He's not set to invincible, by the way, so if he dies, he dies.
They were moving that peninsula now.
Once they have him captured, though, I will set him as invincible, and I'll manually control if he dies or not, because I don't want OPFOR to shoot him, because I realize that might be a strat they follow up with. Grenade gets thrown right here. Hold on.
Bravo to Alpha, I guess we're going to go ahead and go for...
That wasn't his, alright.
The VIP, go ahead and be ready to cover us as we make our way into town.
Yeah, I can't really push there. It's open ground there.
Of course, if you guys are getting fire, it's super position.
So Mac is firing. We have some Willie Pete's fired on the rear. Actually, that wasn't Mac, that was the AI. Okay. And then we got these guys honing in now.
He's down.
Alright, you know, this first one I'm not going to set to invincible. The second one I will, though, because I want to see if OPFOR decides.
Bravo to Alpha, we got the guy, so if you guys want to go for the second, let us know now.
Now this has been a really nice clean in, clean out.
Or we can get this guy out now and go back for the other one.
I'd say don't play it risky. Get out, pick an LZ, evac him, and then go back in. Because having him on the move with you just increases his chances of getting shot. If Op4 preemptively shoots the HVT, I'm gonna put that as a hint right now.
Yep, they're in the village.
They
should be in the hilltop.
Let us know as quick as possible if you want to take back the first guy, break, and go back for the second. We need to get moving now. ASAP, let me know.
Yeah, let's go for the second.
I'll shoot them that as a hint. I didn't think about it, but yeah, that would kind of defeat the purpose. So don't shoot the guys they're extracting if you don't mind, guys.
Bro, would you copy last?
Yep, we copy. We're gonna go ahead and start moving now. Make sure you're tight on our ass.
How am I still in pain after taking morphine? What the hell?
Hey, fam, let's regroup for a second so I can actually get on your ass.
I'm doing fine, Cage. Hope you're doing okay.
I'm shooting southeast.
Well, there's also terrain coefficient issues because these guys are in a valley and I'm on a really tall hill, so it makes it tougher. That's why I kind of like going up here, but there were trackers that were moving by.
Okay, Bravo to Alpha, we are going north, just getting out of here.
Alright, so they're gonna break out north.
We're getting moving.
Max POV, he's
moving east along the road.
he just took a pot shot at him. Now again, this should be interesting because we have the AA gun right here. I don't think Op4... Well, the risk here is that the AA gun looks up and starts firing at him on the rear.
They're now heading south.
That would be pretty painful. You got Nem also following. You took a sapper kit, so he's only got an SMG and he had a bunch of punchy stakes to plant.
Yeah, then direct east.
You got a lot of Op4 trackers, though, that have respawned and are now honing in again.
Heading directly to Alpha.
Sounds like Nem's found a few mines. He does have a trap kit, so he's able to detect them so he doesn't accidentally step on them. But Blue4's done a really good job of planting mines on their rear. We've heard a few go off. I think Blue4 could be a little more liberal with some of their artillery strikes as well. They've only done one so far. They can be a little more aggressive with them, but again.
Copy that, it's smart.
They've done a good job with it.
If you are at the
Otto's having my
Big
issue.
Rock, I see one of you guys right now. Go ahead, whoever that is, head direct east from your position.
Alright, so they're firing at this two-man patrol. It's now trying to return fire. I don't agree with having the VIP so far up in the fighting. He should be more towards the rear. Now you're going to have some pick-off shots here. Danson gets knocked out. Let's see if they notice that Danson got knocked out. Otherwise, Mac might be able to get a free kit off of this. Danson wakes back up. Can he crawl away in time? He does.
They're moving southeast now. Yep, that's it.
Mac just took some shots, I think, by a machine gunner overwatching. Willie Pete was just thrown. Gun is dynamically looking around.
No, it's back up. And then they got head tapped.
Ooh, Willie Pete came close, almost landed on a few friendlies. They're now fighting through.
They probably have a team stalling us, and then they are pushing the HVI further out.
They're all around this AA piece, but it's in the low ground here. We just heard another mine go off. It didn't kill, though. It only wounded. But that's kind of what toe poppers were designed to do. It's only 50-50 if they'll get a kill. And then with Ace, it might be even less likely that they get killed. So yeah, it's just crippling them, which forces them, at least it slows them down, which is also very beneficial. Because if you slow down one guy in the patrol or group, then all of them slow down until he gets mediced up, so that buys you time to at least get away. So we have some direct fighting right here. Oh, AA gun opens up. They're immediately popping grenades over, realizing that it's an AA site.
We're going southeast.
And they're breaking away from it. Did you mean to ping?
Hmm?
When are you pinged? Did you mean to do that?
No.
Okay.
I cannot reload my weapon. Wasn't me.
Okay.
They're heading for the bridge. Somewhere towards that.
Well, your kit's fine, so...
They might be heading to the southern east hills.
Yeah, okay, you guys need to regroup with your guys ASAP, because Op4 is about to be on top of your ass. I recommend you find a new gun and loot it, give your ammo to somebody else then, because that's something I can't fix, because it's fine on my end. Again, you need to go regroup, and Beer, I would just say pick up an enemy gun, first one that you find if yours isn't working, because, again, I copy and pasted your kit and it was fine, so you gotta go, because you're still in play.
Bravo, where you at?
I'm with you guys right now. Head direct east to meet up with Bravo.
I copy and pasted his kit twice, it was still fine, so it's some sort of client-side issue. You know, he might be on melee, that's a good point. Beer, verify you're not on melee.
I am.
Don't be on melee. You can't reload your gun if you're on melee. Hit F, it's a fire mode, but you need to keep moving. You need to keep moving.
Following the peninsula up east.
Chuckleheads.
And next to the buildings on
You're
the right
totally
side
right,
down
though.
here.
They're on melee, which is pretty funny. Otto got knocked out.
They got still soaked.
Jay-Z trying to pop smoke. I think Mac's gonna get a tap here.
Right in front of me.
Yep, he knocks
Someone
him out.
went to medic the man. I took him out.
Them can get right on top. SOG 2 down.
Bravo to Alpha, we're heading east.
Otto dies.
Hey, from Shady.
Circumventing around the cliff, we're not going to cross the bridge. So we're
This is gonna give Op4 access to Blue 4 grenades. They were fine. Everyone has a short range too, so they can easily regroup. So Jay-Z tried to go back with no assistance. That cost him. Jay-Z, I think, is going to be dead too. So Op4 get access to bodies here.
We went southeast.
Yeah, he was on melee because now he has a mag in his gun.
Just go follow them. Me too.
Nem's going to get an angle on 2 SOG guys right now. Let's see if he takes it. He does, but TT takes fire. And he is able to knock one of them. Takes a massive amount of suppressive fire. He quickly pulls back. Mac now trying to cover. He's trying to get the second guy.
They are hella tanking. I took 3 rounds to one side. He's still moving.
Nem gets knocked out. Now their respawn's right there, so it's not that bad. We'll see if Nem wakes back up. Looks like he took quite a few shots. Mac moving up. Danson trying to pick Beer up and move him. Metro trying to cover rear. Main group is continuing to move. Oh, Jesus Christ. I completely boofed that. Goddamn drag glitch. Here. It's only fair that I end key it then, because that... So the drag glitch is when you're trying to adjust something like on the symbol, but the game registers you double-clicking as a drag instead, and it just drags it to your cursor as you're just trying to find an angle to double-click. And as far as I can tell, it's just an input lag issue. Mac's gonna come up and possibly, yep, get some shots on Metro and knock him out. Again, it's because the tail has not been covering properly. Alright, Nem dies. That's his first life. SOG were doing a great job, and then they got a little lost over there. So that mine gets a kill. We're having some airburst shrapnel rounds landing. Metro does not wake back up, but again, it's the tail. Just being too far back from the main group and getting killed off. I get the tech issue that the two had, but that was just, how would I put it? He just didn't know. I gotta remember to remind them about the melee feature, but it's not like I hide the interface. You can read what your fire mode is, you know? So, I don't know. Maybe it's because I've played this game too much, so I know what to look for, and it might be against new players at that point.
Can you kill the guys with shot? I think so. I dropped 2. They're in the field.
Those dudes died. But really, they were just too far from the group, so...
I got them. Got a few shots into them at least.
Well, this terrain seems to be a little difficult for some of the AI to track.
I think the southeast. LZ. They're heading for the eastern LZ. They might be anywhere.
Hill 220.
Yeah, Mac isn't going for any nades, he's just going for kills, which is quite nice to see.
They currently climbing hill 1.
I'm surprised we're not immediately seeing an RTO call an artillery strike on that position. Yeah, exactly, Bror. But, so I need to do better as a host to remind them that that feature exists. But again, as I said earlier, there's a million different things about this game, and I run so many missions a week, I don't think about every single little thing. So Mac doing a great job punishing the player base for moving up this ridge here. If they get knocked out, though, their bodies are going to ragdoll down. VIP is still alive, though, which is good. You have a single AI running around, though.
They're currently up to 197. Don't know where they're going from there. I'll try to go.
Oh, little bit of friendly fire there. It's Lolo tags Rocker.
The rocks are a bit buggy. That's not good.
What's their new radio com?
I'm switching radio nets. Alright. So I think they're moving to their out LZ. They're not going to have a lot of AI pursuing them, which is good. And then with all the AI kind of caught up in here, it's going to take them a second to get back on the trail. And I think by the time they're moving in, maybe the AI will bounce back on them, but we'll see.
Southeastern LZ.
Great preemptive grenade throw. It just wasn't close enough, but it did wound. Still have shrapnel landing. That one a little bit close.
I updated their location. They could be going to Vakong. I don't know, though.
Yeah, down.
Egren's a ghost. Now you have artillery landing. It's a bit far, though. Let's go ahead and follow up on body cleanup duty here. You can also see where some of the trails have been going cold. And you got some suppressive fire out here. Jason using him as a meat shield, not the best idea. Again, I said I might put him to invincible, but I decided against it. That's a lot of Willy Pete. Pretty much denied any op4 in that forested area. We have some survivors, but they're not going to be able to move. Mac trying to get some shots on these guys.
Okay. They were heading northeast from that location they marked. Fucking trees.
Yeah, Jay-Z, I'm sorry, man.
Couldn't get shots off from cover.
Yeah, I've occasionally put up training ops as an option, but they never win, so what can I do? Every op becomes a training op at that point then. The goal is to debrief on it and then hope they learn, but people don't really learn. Great Willie Pete placement. Here's the thing about Willie Pete, though. They're more of an AoE grenade. They won't actually fragment and kill. They kill over time. So it's more of an area denial grenade. But eventually you'll get the kill on them. Deleting that body. Yeah, it happens, Jay-Z, it happens. That's why you gotta be vocal on comms, and when I always do command roles and whatnot, I always ask for a how copy, or I make sure they read back what I just said if it feels like it's being hectic, because more often than not, they did not hear what you say, and they just completely tuned it out. So in a 12-man situation like this, what we sometimes run on Sundays with RT Columbia when I'm on the ground, I am very vocal with whoever's in command. I will literally read back to them what they said, or I'll acknowledge the order to at least let them know that someone heard it. And that's also why I like keeping up in the tail, because I set the pace for everyone to follow the squad lead.
No, wait, where are they going? They're going north. They're going to the northeastern LZ. That's weird. I'm currently behind them.
So we'll see if Mac takes a shot.
Alright, somebody help me figure out where the fuck we are.
Okay.
That's not a good sign. Blue Force sounds lost.
We are roughly hill 186. 186.
186. 186. 186.
Dot. I got it. Yep. I have colored smoke too.
Yeah, okay. No, so they're accurate with where they are. That's good.
I can do that.
They're going to do the original northern LZ, okay. That's fair, and then they can stay on the outskirts and re-attack for target 2, or they can pull out.
Wait, in? I do not remember it is closer, but probably safer to go to 233 or...
And Mac is coming right up on their ass. He does still have his first life to burn, because Op 4 are 2 life.
LZ out. Okay, moving southeast.
But Blue 4, I'm going to be honest, the only reason they took so many KIA was because no one stopped the front of the group to go then reclaim tail. They could have survived and just held a defensive position, called an artillery around their spot, and then been fine. That's what we sometimes have to do in these ops when we play them on Saturday, or Sunday, excuse me. So it's just a lack of idea from squad lead.
Jesus Christ.
That was terrifying.
I didn't want to teleport him on the rear because Mac Marine's right behind him. I didn't want him to have a few seconds of confusion only to get sniped. So that's why I put him in front. Because usually the front will break immersion like that. Alright, Delta, I hope you had fun. Oh man, look at this. So the 2 Op 4 players are literally falling around. I think if Op 4 had a chance to loot for grenades, they could actually kill this entire group. Which is nuts. Did Mac get AT? No, he did not. I'm going to be honest. Neither Op 4 player has actually gone and looted bodies. They've just been focusing on tracking you guys down instead of waiting and looting. Oh, I haven't seen them touch any bodies. Now, with them pulling out this far, and then the RC that actually knocked out the first wave that was following them, Op 4 trackers are kind of lost. We have the southern tracker groups here. So actually, these are the group respawns for the actual whole area, because they're the 4-man teams. So this is a bit of an unlucky spawn for Blue 4. But they're not going to aggro unless these guys get line of sight, or they, you know, in their patrol route, find the trail. Oh, Nemesis gets spotted and is cut down.
Did you run into them or something? What the fuck?
So Nemesis accidentally got in front of him, but looks like Lolo got some shots on Devil Demon on accident.
Where the fuck are they going?
And Mac is really confused where they're going. They're going into that LZ.
Actually, just seems like they're spinning around in a circle or something.
You see, Mac, if they don't know where they're going, how would you know where they're going? But in reality, they're actually heading down to this LZ out, and then they might go in for the second target. But Nemesis, unlucky, gets burned on his second life because he got too close in tracking him.
I kind of want to know which one it was, damn it.
Yeah, and the blue 4, they knew that that was a player too, so they want to know.
Oh.
Mac, though.
Yep, they are heading to the southeastern LZ.
Oh, Seismo on security! But no one stops to help him! And he actually ends up alone very quickly. Oh, man, if Mac actually got the headshot and denied Seismo. This group, I mean, they've got good direction, but they've got really bad cohesion. And there goes Nemesis.
Hey, that's one of the op 4 down.
Yep, there were only 2 as well, so it's only that was Nem then. There's only 1 Mac left. Break.
And again, they all have short-range radios. I literally mirrored this off of what I do with Heartsea Columbia. So, you know, we play it more casually. Everyone's got a radio, better communication. But it's a fill-in because, you know, in the field you'd have hand signals instead. But they have that system, but again, there's a very big gap in situational awareness.
Bravo to high command.
Alpha 5 strong.
This is High Sun message.
We are looking for extract now to ×2 birds, 1 for VIP, 1 for us to head further into AO to get second VIP.
Roger, can you all fit in 1 bird? Over.
Let's just go with 2 birds for us, 1 for VIP, just to be safe.
Roger. Dispatching birds. What
Send
LZ are
in
you
goat
taking
team
out? Over.
6.
LZ out right now
I need a grid ref.
on 190.
Repeat grid ref. Over.
We're going towards 190 right now.
Okay. I'm assuming 190 is a hill marker. I've got a lot of 190s in your AO, because the AO encompasses the entire unshaded area. Can you give me a grid ref? Over.
Oh 041170.
Roger, dispatching 3 choppers to 041170 at marked LZ. Out. All right, trackers are starting to get into the trail here, so they're going to start following in. Again, I love this system. Because what the thing is with lambs, they just automatically know you're there. This system actually, like, if you create a path, it'll leave markers, and then AI will get aggroed on the markers and follow them like breadcrumbs. Here's the crazy thing, though. This is starting to shape up to be an LZ defense. This is High, message over.
This is Bravo, go ahead.
How do you want to play this? You want to land 1 bird first to pick up the VIP and then 2 birds land, or do you want to land the birds 1 at a time? Over.
Give me 1 moment.
Roger. Well, birds are on station, so let me know. Out.
Okay. We are going for 1 bird for VIP and then land a 2 for us right after he lifts off.
Roger. Dispatching 1 bird to land times now. Tell me to wave off if you're not there. Over.
Copy that.
Mac is going to be plinking. But we have that 4-man team up here that's going to be working with them.
Taking shots. Taking shots.
They call it already on max position. That's nice. So he's quickly running. I hope they scaled the already down. No, they scaled it away, but he's not gonna know that. This is Ivy advised. First bird is away with VIP. 2 other birds coming in times now. It's a little bit rough terrain, but we'll see if we can land both birds in at the same time. Good luck. Out. Doing his best to get licks in. You got Von Morton, who's been knocked out, probably by Mac Marine being a sniper. We got more OPFOR starting to come in, though. I think they're going to be able to avoid those 2 groups, but this group is the one that's going to still cause some damage here. Mac has an SKS with a scope. I made the kits. Ground, this is high. Are we indexing or are you being sent back in? Over.
Okay, Bravo to ground, or to high, excuse me. We are going to 014155. Yep, 155. 014155 LZ.
Roger, 014155. Let me task that to the choppers. Out to you. Interesting.
Copy. On the way.
We get more. Oh, 14? Nah, you're right, I can't read.
Copy that. We'll go.
Ground, this is high. Can you repeat the grid ref to me? Over.
Roger that, 1 second.
Good catch, good catch. All right, they're going to that one.
014155.
Good catch, guys, because I would have totally oofed that, but that just goes to show that there are communication issues.
On the way.
All the time. One of the benefits of, whatchamacallit. Oh my god! Oh, 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 I thought they were about to crash into each other. Holy shit. Oh my god.
How dare you, sir?
AI are frisky tonight. Holy shit. Oh. Yeah, I've had a few ops where there's been some mid-air collisions with players. I have AI hit each other all the time when I'm spamming them in like paper paints or whatnot. But my favorite, my absolute favorite, is when I caught a plane. This was like 3 or 4 years ago. A plane rammed a helicopter in a Vietnam op on the Dakan Island. Or Dakron, I forget. It's a small unsun island that you can actually, you know, have a few different ops on. But a heli was coming in to do a cast run, and then a plane came in to do a cast run. They literally T-boned each other. It was, oh.
On the way.
Actually, I should have tasked him first, but that's fine. I did hear an echo on that dude's mic. Here, 1 second. Last call sign, this is high. Just confirm that that's the proper LZ you wanted, over. Waffles, tasty waffles with lots of syrup. Plenty of waffles, all the waffles. Say something. Say my name.
Roger
Waffles.
that. Hi, it was the right one. Thank you very much.
Roger, we'll go out. I'm gonna listen to that back later. Because I was talking to you guys, and you did hear my voice over his mic, right? I don't know. It could be something else, but I'll have a listen back.
I got only one left.
Okay.
Okay, well, is it a full or half? I mean,
It could have been someone else, mind you, but
I dumped them all to pick up the AR last run.
we'll see.
Yep.
Decent.
I'll listen back. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but I'll do that after the op and check it. And if I hear my exact voice, then I'm gonna ask a few questions. Because again, it could be someone talking to them, and it could be on speaker or something. Because I've heard that before. But again, we'll see. We will see. Don, I think someone else can give you the exact timestamp. I just want a confirmation of if I heard my voice over the net. Right on, Nem. Have a good one. They did decide to go back in, so... This one should be a fairly easy target, though I'm not even sure Mac is going to be able to figure this one out. But a lot of the Op4 trackers are now stuck back here following this trail, so I think that's going to pull pretty much everything over. And I'm going to kill that guy up because it looks like he's following me, which is kind of funny. Yeah, no problem.
Cool. As fun as it was the first time, I really don't want to grab it the second time.
Honestly, because we lost
that one or
and change the parameters of
that
pineapple
one
in person rather than because you just said that.
Because I think those are the only kits that would have the gear. Right on, I'm talking to you tomorrow for the testing. Here's the deal. I'm going to reset the AI here. Because they're just going to follow Mac. Now we're going to do some cleanup. Alright. Just to get some reset. Tactical blob away, yeah. How many people have died on Blue 4? I know one of the two Op 4 guys died twice. The other one hasn't died once. Op 4's taken, what, 2, 4, 5 KIA so far? How hard are the Columbia Ops get in? Very exclusive, Roar. You have to know someone. Like, you have to either be tied to the dev team or you have to be a YouTuber.
Just assume he's everywhere.
Or a vet that knows someone. That's an echo? Okay.
So, to reiterate, we are going to go to the same LZ.
I'm gonna have a lovely chat after this mission then.
Get out north. Okay.
Recommend everybody keep.
Yeah, that's why the first one I wasn't suspicious about it, because I'm like, okay, I'm talking to him and he's just having it, you know, play on speaker. Second one, I'm like, I didn't have my radio key down. And then, you know, Twitch has the delay of, you know, a few seconds. I mean, it can even be up to a few minutes sometimes. Because sometimes when Bloodwind watches me, she gets like, you know, 30 seconds to even a few minutes at times, because sometimes latency's really bad, but, oh. It's like reading ahead in D&D, yeah, something like that, right? Oh. Oh. That wasn't there a second ago. Oh. Oh, that was not there a second ago. No, 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 no. Wait.
Okay, what we need to do real quick is let me call up the Liru and see if we have to survive for the condition of said whatever. I say fuck it, let's just do it. I don't care enough. Not that serious.
Motherfucker. Why is it registering my command? Ah. It's doing that thing that was doing in the cog op. Yeah, technically no. Yeah, I despawned the trackers to reset them. I didn't realize they were all going to spawn here because there's like 3 or 4 modules here. There's only one module here, and then there's an over-encompassing group module, and I guess it just decided, you know, how about we just spawn everything in here and see what happens? I'm bleeding. You lied to me. Here, I freaking just remember I need to do something real quick. 1 second. Back to the action. I know, right? Technically, no. Proceeds to get shot at. They're gonna think that was planned. Little do they know, it's just AI being AI. So Mac, I mean, he could also take this car if it works. Nah, I'm not gonna help him out. He should be able to hear the shots at this point. I got one tree sniper directly on target. I'm gonna flip him around. You can hear. Oh, yes! I think that's Mac Marine's, not Mac, excuse me, Metro's body. There were two others over here, though. I wonder where they went. Might have despawned after a hot sec. Oh, I might have deleted them. Whoops. Oh, well. Already looted. Very risky. Because the VIP is up here. Tree sniper, get him. Yeah, so again, the real trick is going to be all these AI honing in on the trail and then seeing if they take a northern LZ to pull out. Oh! Oh! Did he just blow himself up with his own grenade? That's amazing. Top-down headshots, man. That's the strongest position an AI can be in, is if they're above you and they look down, your head becomes the first thing in front of them, and the cone of fire they create is no longer focusing center of mass, because now the center of mass is on their head. So it almost always guarantees a headshot, which is why it's so dangerous to have AI above the players, or when the AI have the high ground. Yep, so Mac's gonna take the ammo truck over. That'll cut off some of his time. The Swedish K is good for more CQC situations, but past 100 meters it kind of falls off where the M16 kind of accelerates. We need to see less people looting right now, otherwise they're gonna get left behind. Big amount of AI finding trails and honing in, but some of them still moving around right here. But look at all the AI that have respawned, too. My God. Players are going to have a tough time. And they're going to go for, I think, a northern LZ to pull out. And here comes Mac. VIP. So the second one they're grabbing.
It's going to be a big one, boys. It's going to be a big one. Fucking move.
I'm directing us towards the bridge because I have eyes on it.
They're going to... Oh, I would not go to bridge. It's the center of the AO. But they already got one VIP out, which was their prerogative. I adjusted the op from 2 to 1 based off of only 2 partial squads playing. So if they get this VIP out, there'll be a bonus for the next objective. I doubt they're going to come back in and try to grab the next VIP, but if they do and they somehow pull him out, they'll get an even bigger bonus. I think they see the movement down there.
Send in.
Kind of interesting that they're going for the bridge, though. Bearded Lord, thanks for a 63-month resub, broski. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. All right, they're dropping Artie behind them. Good call with that Artie. They've been being very defensive with it. They could be more aggressive, but I do like that they're basically using it to hit previous AOs that they've been a part of. It helps stall the trackers, which is a great thing to do. Tracker shot's now kicking in because they're following Mac Marine as he's going to start rallying forces in.
Moving.
I can't believe they're going for the bridge. Very, very risky to do that. What's funny, though, is this is where OpForce spawn is, so they could steal some of the bicycles and move out. They could find the ammo truck and move out with that, too, but we'll have to see. This puts them right in Mac Marine's crosshairs, though.
This two ways. We can go fight through AO.
I mean, they could also do something stupid like swim across, get the other VIP, and then leave through the same AO. That would be incredibly risky, but since they already said F it, we're balling, I wouldn't put it past them to play something incredibly risky like that since they're just going for bonuses at this point.
You okay, Rocker?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just trying to keep this guy.
Yeah, exactly, Blackheart, but that's something we can't avoid with the tracker module. I didn't know the trackers did that either. I thought they only honed in on Blue 4 players, but it's any player.
Pop, yeah.
We just had a grenade get thrown. At least I thought I saw the hand go up. That might have just been a ragdoll instead. That grenade would have done a lot of damage. Mac trying to stay stealthy. Still got a ridge in between, though. They drop him. And again, we're seeing combat looting. I think because people are running out of ammo. Seismo got tapped and no one noticed. Oh boy. I think the AI tapped, like one tapped him. That was the headshot we heard, and no one's noticing, and Seismo's going to be left back.
Stop really paying attention and you find ammo. Wait, hey, no, come back, Sismo's down.
Thank God for that. So Mac's heading to where the village was hit. I think they're going to go for a river crossing, and they're going to go for the other HVT. I don't want to play with the boats anymore because they're bugged, and they're not actually getting killed off of them, so I'm not going to bother with that. Mac could follow the AI on this path here because you can see them building up a massive horde here. So they're just kind of staying back right now, doing Overwatch on Seismo. It looks like they're attempting to do medical in the field. Very risky to have your Overwatch all the way down there when they can't get a proper eye on. But you hear all these tracker shots coming down as they're now following the path. And they're also partially following Mac Marine's path as well. Oh boy. I really hope there is no evil malicious Zeus to retask any AI to go into any certain positions. No, that would be horrible. I'll know in the end because I'll be able to see who calls up. So we got some distance shooting over here. Here's the pitch. And again, it doesn't hit him, so it's good. Well, that's enough to freak him out. They're popping some Willy behind them. What was that? That might have been a rifle grenade on one of the AI. If not, that might have just been a bad frag. Unless Mac has a grenadier kit, but I don't think so, and he's definitely not in range to throw. This swim is going to be incredibly risky. If they're going to do it, they should cross point to point here. but that can potentially leave them incredibly exposed. Yeah, the pink smoke is meant to be for marking Vasquez's, but he's got a heart rate, so they're going to pick him up and keep moving him.
Okay.
Mac, on a position to snipe. He's going to go for the wounded. VIP's over there, too. He's got options. He's going to utilize that open area. Does Blue 4 fold into the low ground, though? It looks like they do, and Mac's actually going to push off this position. Rocker now in the rear pulling some additional. That might have been a Willy. Nope, it was just a frag to cover. All right. So you got the Horde starting to follow suit. Because I am an evil, cruel, malicious Zeus. You got more stuff spawning down here. They're attracted to the gunfire as well. Yeah, I am going to a con this Saturday.
Bravo to high command.
Is this high sun message?
More out of
waffles,
out of
pancakes,
character here.
French toast.
We are trying to cross the river with the HVT, but pretty sure it'll drown him because we can't make him swim.
If it drowns him, I'll respawn him.
All right, thank you very much.
If it drowns him, he'll respawn him.
I'm saying random things to see if I still hear that echo. Because it's kind of funny that we heard the echo, and now after we bring it up, now we don't hear the echo, right? Which just makes it even more suspicious of it's not a random thing of hearing it after the mic. It's more like someone was listening to something, and then they realized that we noticed and then turned it off. You know what I mean? Mac got lost. He doesn't know where those shots are coming from. Oh, he gets caught in the open. Oh, he has an M79. So that GL might have been him earlier. Oh, one of the dead guys gave him a noob tube. And that's the thing. That's the funny thing. Last week, Blue 4 asked me if I could give him body bags for the dead. And then we never saw a body bag use. So now it was moot. And I even said that while I was like editing the mission file. I'm like, you know, I'm going to give these guys these, but I highly doubt they're going to actually use them. But no, cons are fun. There's usually two different types, though. There's the social ones, and then there's the party ones. Otacon's more of a social one, but Colossal Con, that's a party con. That's also because it's just a giant indoor water park. But yeah. That's why I'm not going to be here next Saturday. I'm only going for a day. Bloodwing going for all three because she heavily cosplays. She's actually really excited because one of our friends gave her their 3D printer, or I think sold it to them for cheap. So she's building the scythe blades that Death from Puss in Boots uses with them, and they're actually coming out quite well. Metro's Corpse provides.
Hopefully that's right.
I love this though. He's just under the water. Under the sea. Under the sea. You swim now. It's some preemptive waterboarding. All right? It's to keep him complacent. Also, he should have drowned by now if he did drown, so I think Ace might have fixed it, but it sounds like they're calling artillery on their rear. It would be really smart to put Artie on this ridge line, because it has a really good overwatch on him. Mac's still bandaging. That might have been an Artie shell. Bad range, though. They called it too far. I think the wind might have blown it. We got M79 rounds coming in. That's Mac. They're popping Willie Pete on their 6. Uno's going to be the first one with boots on the ground to start overwatching. They need... Pointman can immediately pull front security, but the next groups need to pull rear security. I actually agree with Sunsy's call. Make sure it's secure. And then he can hold front. But the focus needs to be on that rear security. Widespread on the ridge. It was blown a little too far back, though. They did it in the valley instead of the ridge. They need to call another strike with a different battery on the ridge. But they need to be hammering this tree side, because otherwise it's going to give up for the ability to start hitting them in the water. I think the wind blew it. So now you're having fire coming in right here. Mac is going to start plinking at people in the water. I think Jay-Z was one of the guys that died. He finally left the server.
Yeah, this is more.
Crossing.
Yeah, so Mac's running down to get even closer. AI lane low. A cruel and angry Zeus. I don't want to backblast any of my friends here. Oh. Oh no. Well, at least the tree was in the way to stop it. So otherwise, that might have hit the HVT. They're returning fire. The tree of life. The tree protects. Last guy's getting out of the water now. Mac, I think, is waiting for him. Oh, he's tracking Von Martin right now. Clips the tree. Clip the tree again. Gets a shot on Daz. 2 shots on Daz. Headshot on Daz. Immediately we have someone coming out to drag him. Any covering fire? No. Is Mac going to get another headshot?
Smoke, 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 smoke.
Ooh. No one moves up to help Rocker. There is no assisted security here. Rocker's shouting for assistance. Everyone's like, nah, fam, we can leave. That's what I've noticed. All of the deaths have been because people aren't coordinating past the individual infantry level. We got Willie Pete's landing. They are off. Actually, no, they're closer, but they're not exactly where they need to be. And Mac is going to enjoy more snipes.
There's a fucking sniper.
Where is the smoke, guys? You all have smoke grenades. I've been there it is. Mac has knocked 4 people out. Where's the covering fire?
Yeah, of course it's Mac.
Yeah, they know it's Mac Marine hunting them. Now we're having some smokes come in. You still got Daz back there. Vaughn just got sniped. A little bit of a rage type right there. Lolo going back. Willie Pete's starting to land very close, so Mac is now running to cross the river. Ah, and he ran good because that was right on top of his position, so he's going for the crossing here. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Mac is on a mission, but this is what they needed to call earlier, though. Because that would have denied the sniper a bit more quickly. So Rocker is now dead. They need to body bag the body. Daz is also dead. Ah. But I'm verifying here. There's the body bag, and there's more body bags. So they need a body bag to deny Mac the ability to loot the weaponry. But now you're gonna have trackers starting to come down from over here to check out what this is. So that misplay cost them 2 people. So if it was regular artillery hitting the water, it would still hurt Mac. But if it's Willie Pete, the Willie Pete is automatically nullified when it explodes in water. because it does AoE damage, but if the explosion effect immediately cancels out because it hits the water, it does no damage.
Yep.
But that was a really bad call by the players. They're able to get everyone else back up, but I think 4 or 5 people were down at most, and that's what caused Daz and Rocker to die. But they do not body bag. So that's going to give Mac Marine access to more weaponry, and if they bitch about it, then it's like, well, I can't help you guys. You had the body bags, but you decided not to use them. I think at this rate, they're going to get boxed in. AI are possibly not going to cross the river, though. So these guys have a straight shot to get out. The question is, are they going to take it? Because I think they're going to head back to the same LZ out. But we're now up to 7 KIA and only 10 alive. And I can see a little bit of fatigue going with just how some people, again, they're going for enemy guns and they're focusing on looting first and foremost rather than security. I got another tree sniper. He turns his head. Starts engaging. Mac's going to get on their 6 again. He now has a suppressed M4, or M16, excuse me. Oh, he's going to get in CQC and start hitting people on the rear here. We might see Mac clean them up. Fire Bear gifting a sub to Falcon. Nice. Hope you both keep enjoying the op so we can get a nice kick out of this. So Mac misses the 2 bodies. That's fine. Not sure how much he would have gotten from them anyway. But look at this. Sunzi and Lolo on their own over here. The rest are together. Mac now has an opportunity to hit him in the rear. He just needs to find them. All right, they found the VIP. They killed the 1 guard. Mac's lining up a shot on Sunzi. Gets the knock on Sunzi. Because these 2 are on their own. Lolo runs out. I guess it was the plan only to send 2 guys in there. That was a bit of a mistake. You got the tree sniper engaging. He's taking shots, though. But again, every instance where a player has died, they have been either on their own or only with 1 guy, but in the point of them getting taken down, they're basically by themselves. So Sunzi gets left behind. Mac taking suppressive fire. He hides in a tree. Has an M79. Devil staying on the rear to suppress him. I think with an RPD gets a hit right on him. Minimal damage, though. Fusky, thanks for the 5 gift subs. If you got a sub from Fusky, make sure you thank him or her. Otherwise, hope you all keep enjoying the operations. And hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Mac opting not to double tap. He's going to stay on the hunt. He's been doing that consistently all day. He only got a chance to loot. Oh, man. So Blue 4 don't have any resistance to get out at this point. I'm going to start killing off Op 4 back here to reset some of them. But we do have some of them doing the river crossing. Mac runs back, executes, and keeps moving.
Goat Team 6 now.
It's just to reset the AI. We'll see if any more spawn out. Devil's still holding rear, engaging units that are coming in. Willie Pete landing on Mac. He's now running for it. We have this second AA site right here. He could find that truck and take it. He's going to continue to stock. So this is for the bonus. They've already gotten 1 HVI out. They've technically won the scenario, but this is for a super big bonus here. And now we're having this AI starting to respawn out here. I'm going to respawn the ones out here as well, because this is kind of out of play, and I think they're also stocking my position up here. I think in hindsight, I shouldn't have deleted those guys. Those could have been some good ambient forces for them to notice, so that's my bad. But you got the river crossing going. And more Willie Pete landing on their rear. I appreciate that they're getting better and better with calling this on their rear. I think it's just a little too late. They should have been making that call when they were down here. Because the round delay isn't that bad from our position because the arty marker is here. And wherever you put the fire support marker is from the distance where the script gauges the time of putting the shots out. So yeah, we have this massive OP4 element following along the rear. I'm going to go ahead and delete bodies. They're just following the tracks here, but I think Blue 4 is going to be able to move quicker than these guys actually can deploy out. This artillery, now this one's on point. That almost got Mac. Very close to getting Mac. So they're doing a medical check right here. They're down to 9. Or is it 8? No. 2, 4, 5, 8. Dang. I must have miscounted earlier. Because I know Sunzy died. Alright, come on. Come on, I want a big horde behind them. Yes. Yes. Some of you just fell through the map and got ricocheted back up. Alright, that's funny.
Bravo to ground. Or not ground. High, excuse me.
This is high. Go.
We are preparing to approach the LZ now. Can you please have those birds on standby?
Roger, which LZ?
Let's see. 041170.
Roger, 041170. Birds will be on standby. Over.
Just to reiterate, 041170.
I got the right one this time, I promise.
Okay. No, it's not that. I was just making sure. Beat a battle and all that.
They're still crossing the river to follow. They're not following up on this path. Alright. I think Mac is accurately guessing they're going to go use that LZ. We have our AI respawning. Yeah, you can hear him coming. What I'm worried about here is Mac has the high ground, and he went back and looted Sunzy's body for more grenades. This is going to be a really tough finish for the Blue 4 guys. I don't think they're going to be able to get out both VIPs. I think Mac is going to throw a nade and get one or both of them. But it's literally just 2 groups of AI. These ones might not aggro. And since these guys aren't following the tail, I am just going to delete them. And let them respawn. Max going for it with an M79 CQC. He doesn't realize he's shooting those shots too far. Front security might get him. That's a Willie Pete. Oh, that's a butterfly. Spiegel on point gets taken out. Mac is going for blood. Gets number 2.
Spiegel's down.
Blue 4 quick to try to pursue. Unable.
Drag him over the ridge.
No way. VIP goes down. No way! Oh my god! Oh! No! No freaking way! No! Are you kidding me?
Bravo to high, we have one HVT down at this time. See if we can revive him.
Oh! I see what he was trying to do! Roger, do your best to get out with the other one then. Over. He tried putting a 79 point blank and it didn't work. You got AI coming up to assist. Mac immediately... I cannot believe he got away with that. And the fact that he's doing this without any throwable nades, because he knows that would be too easy. He is literally bullying these guys for their lack of security. And now they're blue on bluing each other because Devil saw Lolo. That is funny. These guys are so close to the LZ too. This is like the last group of AI that they're probably gonna run into. We got additional ones that have spawned in that can track, but oh my god. Lolo finds Mackenzie's body, but is being too defensive right now.
We need to move. Move now. Move to the LZ now.
Grenades being thrown out on the AI to knock him. Oh my god. GL comes in. Oh!
Go move.
Oh!
Fucking run.
Op 4 have groups coming into the zone now. Mac is coming around. Blue 4 down to 5 people. Another GL comes in. It's a blind one. Mac no longer leading. Op 4 starting to... Oh, nope. They're still on regular patrol routes. Oh, my God. RTO is still alive. I think it's Vaughn.
Yeah, we are heading the relatively right direction right now. Okay, this is it, boys. This is all who's left.
Don't know why Lolo's holding back. Taking some tail fire. Mac on another hill. Lolo cut off for some weird reason. He's attempting to hold. GL's going on Lolo. Mac trying to finish him. Lolo basically holding off enemy. And holding Mac off. Because Mac's going to hone in on him thinking that that's where the group is. Will he spot them here, though? Does he see the movement? He does not. He's focused on where Lolo's position is. Doesn't spot the guys on his right. Chopper's now coming in. So they're fishboning around, or fishhooking around, excuse me. Mac is going to get right in the middle of them and cut Lolo off, though. It's going to be a 1v1 showdown. The crazy thing is Lolo's going to have the high ground in first spot on Mac. Mac not looking left. This could end it. Mac gets taken out by Lolo. Running that rear security. Oh my god. Wow, that's a lot of noise. I wonder what that's about. Anyway. Me too, buddy, me too.
Bravo to High Command.
This is High, send message.
We are approximately 300 meters out from LZ previously given. I'd say go ahead and have those birds ready. We're coming in hot.
Roger, they are waiting on station. How many birds do you need to come in at this time? Over.
1, unfortunately.
That is indeed unfortunate. Stand by.
On the way. Copy. Roger.
All right. Normally in a situation like this, if I had a full player base roster still alive, I'd probably set up like a little SAM site, shoot one of them down, have like a little bright light thing as a little bonus. But since we're running on 2 hours and we're down to 5 blue for, I'm happy with this one. What'd I catch there, Sunzi?
Okay, HVT gets loaded first. Everybody else pull security till he's loaded.
No, I'm not giving Mac a stinger. Yeah, Sunzi, pretty much. He lost both of his lives. Mac, slow with the bicycle, but it's gonna be GG. Guys, if we want to shoot down a chopper, you guys are thinking too small. We'd use this. The cruise missile system. There's no such thing as too big.
Bravo RTO to High Command. We are loaded and heading back to base.
Roger. Out. That's GG. North Korean missile test.
Y'all have 0 object permanence. My
chill,
God.
chill.
He's not wrong though.
All right, stand by.
My ass hurts.
Okay.
All right, so that was an op. 2 out of the 3 VIPs got out. One of them was killed because Mac was gunning for the guy, but it was just unlucky because the guy then turned and put the bullets in the firefight because it's how the thing works. But he had an opportunity, tried to take it, but again, it's because you guys are also partially tanky, so that's why that happened. Overall, I would say Blue 4 needs to do better at rear security. And also keeping with their rear element. There were a lot of times where there was like, a few guys on the rear that weren't getting support that they needed. It's really important that the 2 elements talking with each other the most should be the tail and the front. So if the tail is in trouble, they need to call that up immediately so the front stops and pushes people back. Because I'm going to be honest, I think 90% of the KIAs were because the tail got left behind from the front of the group and no one ever bothered to go back. The one additional death that happened was just one of you being out of position because you wanted to quickly try to run in and grab the last guy, and it worked, but it cost you someone. So overall, that was good. Artie was good. Could have been a little quicker, but otherwise it did a decent job of watching your rear and denying trackers from following you, and it slowed them down and prevented you guys from getting swarmed, so good job there. Great use of reattacking the AO. Good push-ins, good push-outs. Just that 360 hurt, because Mac, at the end especially, was able to get in, drop 2 of you, play dead, and then watch you all walk past him within 5 meters. And then he just stared at a guy that was dragging a guy, and he decided to play. It was nuts how I got that, but that just shows the power of the Op4 aggressor. But
I found an HE round on top of the guy who was dragging the person, but it went slightly over, I think.
Slightly over his head, yeah. I saw that too, but shout out to Mac. He also did all that with very few grenades. He only stole someone's M79, but otherwise just relied on his marksman rifle. And the Nemesis, you guys did him dirty by just finding him both times and annihilating him. So that was good overall, but hope you had fun. I have to deal with a slight thing after the stream. RTOs, I want you to stay here after. But anyway, let's hear Alpha lead if they're still here, Bravo lead if they're still here, and then I'll let Max speak on a few things. So, go ahead.
I think Alpha left, so we just need Bravo. So,
okay.
Got a bit. First, I'm just going to say, first ever time commanding. So, sorry if I made a few mistakes. I tried my best, and I hope you all enjoy my attempt at commanding today. So, I'm going to split into 2 halves, because the first half was just my squad, and in the second half, I was taking over both squads in the re-attack. So in the first half, it was good. I was trying to, in relation to the rearguard point, I was trying to do it, but the issue, and I'm not blaming any single person or anything here, is just I tried to keep on telling the rearguard, if you lose visual on us, tell us so we can slow down and keep at least visual between the rearguard and the front. And we just kept on losing visual and not knowing that we've lost visual. So it was just constantly going, I'm trying to keep the rearguard knowing where they are, but losing it, which was a issue probably on my side and both from just not enough communication. Apart from that, the first half went great. We hit the objective and we were able to extract safely. For the second half, well, it's taking over the entire group, which was I'm not used to the first time commanding. So such a large group is an awkward thing on a good day. So I was trying my best at that. And it was just we went around, re-attacked, and was like, do you guys just want to go for 2? Do you guys want to go for all 3 just for the hell of it? Because we've already got 1. And we just came to the joint thing of, sure, let's just go for 3. It doesn't matter if we die because we've already got 1, so let's go for the fun. That was proposed by Sunzi, I'm pretty sure, at first, and we came to the agreement. So we knew it was a suicide mission, and I'm glad and proud of you lot for getting that many people out in the first place.
All right. Mac, anything on your end for Op4 beyond what I said, or are you good?
No, you mean for Blueform? Or
no, because you're Op4, yeah.
The marksman didn't have a range card. Range card is a meme, but apparently the scope was only able to be adjusted with the range card, so that was a bit iffy. At longer ranges, it was difficult to get on hits.
Okay, I'll add that to the kit. I thought I did put one in there, but I guess I missed it. But I don't think you had an issue with that. I watched you dome 3 of them in the head after that river crossing.
Yeah. Stationary target's a bit more easy and closer range, but I noticed that the first helo pullout, your
mic cut out.
Was lobbing shots, or it could be because of the range and the velocity drop from the 7.62. The times I came into the rear of the Blue 4, I think they had enough security because they usually spotted me, and that's when I started moving laterally to them, so I was always to their side and rear, so they couldn't spot me easily. And I was able to pretty much guess where they were going according to their movements, and fortunately, I relayed that the Nemesis, they're going to that specific LZ, but I guess he was using the road or something, and he ran straight into them.
He ended up in front of them. So guessing is fine. I'll walk back what I said then. Security for Blue 4 was fine till the end, but by then they lost a lot of dudes. It was just keeping in contact with the front and the tail, because again, the guys on the rear would constantly be getting left behind and then they would just die because no one would go back for them. So
In the first objective, I think we dropped 3 guys with them when we had 1 man down from SOG, and then someone else came to him, and we waited until he started doing stuff to them.
Yep.
Then we shot him in the face.
those guys were too far in the
And then-
rear, though. Which brings me up to 2 reminders. One, remember, guys, there's a melee feature. So if your top right of your screen says melee, make sure you're off of that unless you're trying to do melee. Second, you have body bags as medics. You can body bag the body to deny OPFOR the ability to loot it. There were plenty of opportunities for Blue 4 to do that, but they decided not to, and thus OPFOR were able to loot. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up the stream. I'll be back in a second. All right, so that's going to be it for me today. I might be back later with some Mission Endeavor DayZ. I'm just taking it easy, mainly focused on mission editing because with the 1080 I have, it's a little slower, but getting a 4080 on Wednesday, so little mini upgrade, and then tomorrow I got to ship in the 3080 that burnt out, and they're going to replace it, and I'm going to sell it to a buddy of mine. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. I'll take care of the SS issue after this. Otherwise, cheers, have a good one. Go operate operationally.